Hello, in this video we will be showing you how to use Loom for recording purposes. Loom is a very powerful tool as it allows users to record presentations or give lectures simply by using their own laptop and their own webcam to capture their screen. So the first thing that we need to do, of course, is to install Loom, and there are two different ways to go about this. If you are using Chrome, you can choose to add the Loom extension to Chrome, as you can see here. So we can click on Add to Chrome, and it will become an extension on your browser. Alternatively, you can install Loom's software on your machine. So as you can see here, I have the Loom icon because I have installed Loom already. And here we have our first display. As you can see, we have a variety of different options. You can capture the screen and the cam. As you can see, the camera is at the bottom left hand side of your screen, and this you can move around as you see fit. You can also capture the screen only or the cam only. I think that the screen and camera is the more popular option, so we're going with that option. So we will press start recording, and it will give you this option. At the moment I have two monitors operating, so it will ask you which monitor do you want Loom to record, to screen capture. So I will choose desktop 0. And something very interesting is that Loom will give you a countdown to when the recording will start. So as you can see, 3, 2, 1, and Loom now has started recording. So let's say I'm trying to give a presentation on this document here. All of this will be recorded, as will the camera at the bottom left hand side of your screen. Now if you have something to display on the bottom left hand side of your screen, as I mentioned, you simply drag the camera elsewhere, somewhere here. Something very interesting as well is that you can change how this looks. So at the moment we are at this setting, you can make it slightly bigger, you can make it full screen, you can close it completely, or you can choose to not display the camera and display an image instead. At the moment I don't have an image, so it's just displaying the first letter of my name. So let's go back to the reduced version and share my webcam. Voila, there we go. Now, as you can see, on the left hand side of your screen, we have these different options. We have this to stop the recording. We won't touch that for now. We have the pause button. Why would you need the pause button? Maybe you need to pause the video at a certain point. Maybe you got interrupted halfway through it. So instead of throwing everything away, you can simply pause the video and it will continue once you press play again. You can delete the video there and then, or you can edit certain documents within the recording. So for instance, I want to highlight this sentence here. I can simply do that, and then I can press done and it will go away. But in the recording itself, people can see that I wanted to make particular reference to that sentence. Let's click on done. And once I am happy, once the video recording is done, I simply click on the stop button and it will automatically take me to the Loom website where the video will be uploaded. Now, depending on how big the video is, it may take a bit longer to upload, depending on your upload speed, and as I said, depending on the size of the video. As we can see here, the video is uploaded and ready, and there are different functionalities within the Loom website. So let's say I want to change the name of it. Simply click here, Loom how to video, and that it's saved. I can move it into different folders. Loom has a very good folder structure, so you can categorize your videos in any way, shape, form you like. You can duplicate the video, you can download the video, you can delete the video, and you can share the video through different means. Now, how do we disseminate the video? Are there any privacy issues? Well, As you can see here, first and foremost, we have the Loom link of the video, so you can send this to anyone you'd like, but at the moment it is private, as you can see. It is not public, so only people that have the link of your video can see the video. Above and beyond that, there is an added layer of privacy, because you can add a password to your video. So here you go, enter password and confirm password. Then what happens is, once you send that link to different people, they will also need the password to access the video, adding that extra layer of security. Alternatively, you can also invite people by typing in their email address. Here we have different editing features. Some of them are pro features that you would need to buy the premium product, and others are simple trim layouts that you can just cut certain bits of your video. As I mentioned before, here the foldering structure is very useful. You can folder them in any way, shape or form you like. You can categorize them, create new folders, new videos, etc. We were on this video, so let's simply go back on it. And also here you can leave comments or notes on the video itself. Thank you for your time.